Jessica was unable to carry the weight of the charges against her as she was being hauled away by the police. She struggled to shout in her husband's direction as she urgently tried to justify her actions, exhausted and weak. Jessica screamed in agony, "I was forced to do it!" Her voice filled with guilt. She believed she was compelled to carry out the instructions of the unidentified woman directing the operation. Jessica had taken a difficult choice, one that would now have serious repercussions out of concern for her family's safety. The people who heard Jessica's statements were shocked by what they said. They came to understand that there were more powerful forces at work, manipulating and pressuring Jessica into serving as a pawn in their evil scheme. It soon became obvious that Jessica was not exclusively to blame for this trauma. Rather, it was the outcome of a vast network of dishonesty and manipulation. Serenity concentrated on Jessica's comments as she struggled with a mixture of rage and perplexity. She couldn't help but ponder how her actions might have contributed to this complex plan. Her mind was constantly asking questions as it looked for the parts of the puzzle that would reveal the truth. Serenity was restrained by Zachary, who was always the voice of reason, by warning her of the coming legal repercussions that Jessica would experience. He persuaded Serenity to let the law run its course since he recognized the seriousness of the matter. Through a fair legal process, justice would be done and the truth would come to light. The cops were methodically gathering information and dismantling the complex network that had caused this sad chain of events. They followed their inquiry to the Newman family, where they discovered that not only was Mrs. Newman involved, but also a large number of hired thugs and collaborators. In a concerted operation, the police had split up their forces, with some arresting Jessica for questioning and others swarming the Newman's villa. The team of Zachary, Josh, and Duncan helped the police catch every member of the conspiracy with great success. Mrs. Newman was being caught in the net, and the results of her rash decisions were starting to show. The plot's mastermind was an unidentified woman who operated from the shadows, holding power and influence as the truth eventually came to light. The scenario became even more complicated when Jessica claimed that her family had been constantly watched. Everyone was left with unanswered doubts regarding the enigmatic woman's intentions and identity. Serenity questioned how her actions could have unintentionally added to the developing drama as she struggled with her place in the complex web. She wanted for clarification, wanting to know the entire scope of the deception that had entangled her family. As she swore to unearth every secret detail and bring the mastermind to justice, her quest for the truth took on a life of its own. The storyline changed from making charges to making revelations in this chapter, illuminating the true nature of the plot. As the activities of several participants became more entangled, the intricacy of the issue increased, leaving both the characters and the readers yearning for conclusion.